Okay, this is the Astrofiend, and this is part 2 of how the Astrofiend came to be, and just like a little backstory on like how I became interested in astrology. And where I left off was me talking about like my short-lived Tumblr blog, Decode, and I was saying how I studied abroad. And this was 2013. Yeah, 2013, yeah. It was like somewhere like, yeah, so I studied abroad like 2013. And I originally started that blog because I had a class where I was doing an externship with like this social media person, and he was saying that I needed to start a blog if I wanted to get into like media, social media, and all that other crap, because like I'm a communications major, like obviously, like that's what I majored in college, obviously. But that aside, like I was like, okay, let me start a blog. So that's where the like that Tumblr blog comes in, and like me writing like 6 posts in one day within 10 minutes of each post, which is like crazy. Like, ugh, that's stupid. But but I think I did that because I wanted to show him that I was dedicated to this blog. But like in retrospect, in reality, I really wasn't. I was doing it because I don't know, someone told me to do it. And you know, like I was still in school, like student mode. So like, like that kind of thing where you like listen to like professors and to teachers and the people that are older than you because you're a student and you're trying to like take in their wisdom and all that bullshit. Like it was like something like that. So like I wrote 6 posts. I don't know why, but it just I deadass like looked at it like today, like before I started like recording this. Like I deadass. It's so funny, like I didn't even notice it at first, but I was like looking at the post, like trying to figure out when I started. And I started during Scorpio season, like November 19th. And I was like, that time is interesting. And then I looked at another time, I was like, wait, huh? This was on the same day. And like within 10 minutes. And then I looked at another one, I was like, what the fuck? And then I started remembering, like, oh shit. But yeah, that was like short lived. Like it only lasted a day. My blog post only lasted a day. My astrology Tumblr. I don't know. That just cracks me up. And fast forward a little bit when I started the Astrofiend 2014. Like in retrospect, I started the Astrofiend like because I was fucking pissed off. That's why I was so like savage in like my roasts and my why your sign ain't shit like posts. I was fucking angry. Just angry. Like I'm not gonna get into why, but I was fucking angry. And it wasn't no particular sign. Like no. Like I'm a equal opportunity roaster. And shit talk. I'll shit talk your sign all day, every day. Ask about me. LOL. But yeah, so yeah, in retrospect I was angry and I started the blog in 2014. But I think I only did like 1 post, which like was like in New Year's. You know that bullshit New Year's new me type of shit? I think that was like during around that time period. And I think 2015 I was still angry. And that's like how like the Astrofiend was like burst into like the like micro blogger type astrology like blog situation. Yeah, like I was still fucking angry. I was really angry. And I was like, you know what? Let me channel this energy into something that I love doing, which is writing. Like, I love writing. Anyways, yeah, so I did that, and I just slowly started to write more, and I just enjoyed that. Like, again, it's May, like, 21st, 2020, and just, like, going back to, like, my Gemini, like, post, which was on May 21st, 2015. And just like going back and just reading it, like again, like I said this in like part 1 of this podcast. You should check that out, by the way, because this is like I don't know, the most free-flowing sort of podcast that I have. Because, like, again, I mentioned, like, I'm all over the place in my mind. And I'll say this again, and I'll keep saying this, but I think my mind is faster than my mouth. Which is why I love, like, writing so much. Yeah, that's why I love writing so much. Like, and I'm going off topic, but again, like, I'm not a horrible speaker at all. Like, I have a degree in communications. Like, I always like go for jobs where I'm a bit more like extroverted, and I'm more of an introvert. I am an INFJ. Maybe like in the future I'll be a centrovert, but like I always get like INFJ. Like the past 2 like Myers-Briggs type tests, like I got an INFJ, so that's what I'm sticking with for now. But yeah, like I'm more of an introvert. Like I don't like talking that much to like strangers. Like no, like I'm like more of a one-on-one person. I don't like talking to strangers like that. Like unless you're interesting. And you know, I have a Leo rising, so I could get in that mode like pretty easily. Like when I'm out, like I don't give a fuck. But like on like a more personal like sort of place, like that ain't me. Like you know those people that are mad like open about things and social media, and they always posting and doing shit like that. Like that ain't me. And I also used to like really like social media, but then like I just started noticing things about social media and how it could be like a trap. Like it could literally be a trap, especially in today's like politically correct world. And I don't have a problem with like political correctness. It's just that like sometimes it can like stifle like speech and like quote unquote freedom of speech, quote unquote, whatever, freedom of speech. Yeah, so like I also started easing off of like social media during this time too. Listen, I was like fucking angry. I was like, fuck y'all. I actually took like a Facebook like hiatus for like 2 years during that time. And I still like go through those hiatus phases. Like I didn't give a fuck about like no one. Like that was like my angry period. I was like, fuck y'all, fuck everything, fuck the rules, blah 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 blah, fuck everything. By the way, I should do a transit chart of that time, just to see like what the fuck was going on. Yeah, I should do that shit. But yeah, that's how the Astrofiend was like birthed. It was birthed out of anger and rage. Like straight up. It was birthed out of anger and rage. Yeah, like anger and rage. And like the good thing about it is that like as an Aries, I'm coming to accept that this sounds very stereotypical, but like anger is such a, okay, this is gonna sound controversial, but anger can be such a good, like, cathartic thing. Like, honestly, sometimes anger feels so good. Like, just like being angry. I don't know how to describe that. Like, and no, like, I'm not suggesting people, like, I don't know, have road rage and, like, punch people and kick, like, old people and, like, stab people. Like, no. No violence. Like, no. None of that. Fuck violence. Violence is wrong. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. But, okay, whatever. What was I saying? But yeah, like, as an Aries, it's stereotypical, but, like, anger, I don't know, it gives me energy. And that sounds weird and sounds, like, stereotypical, but, I mean, it is what it is. Like, anger can be a dangerous thing, but it can also be a good thing. Like, sadness doesn't help you at all. Sadness doesn't help you. And happiness is like a placebo effect. Like, happiness can make you really, like, it can make you lazy. That's not the word that I'm looking for, but it can make you, like, really, like, lazy. Like, you start taking things for granted. You feel entitled. It makes you not want to work hard. Like, I mean, happiness is great for your, like, overall, like, mental health being. But, like, what the hell is happiness? Like, honestly, happiness is, like, the most abstract thing. Especially, like, in this capitalist society. By the way, I'm not some fucking socialist. Like, I hate all these fucking systems. But, yeah, like, I don't know, it's just, like, weird. Like, to quote a phrase song, now I can't even fucking remember. Fuck! See? Fucking Mercury square Uranus. I'm telling you, it's Mercury in the 8th house, and it's, anyways, it's one of these, like, phrase songs where he's pretty much saying, like Isaac is saying, like, listen, don't be chasing after no happiness. Just let it be. You'll be home. Happy. It's called happiness. Happiness. It's just outside your window. Look for it. And you'll never. Yeah, it's that song. By the way, I fucking love the phrase. Like, I fucking love that Gemini bitch. That bald-headed bitch. Sorry. I don't mean it. I mean, I do mean it, but I don't mean it. But, yeah. But, yeah. See, I'm all over the place. Ugh. See, this is why I don't like doing podcasts and, like, tweeting and shit like that, because I'm literally, like, all over the place. Like, all over the place. And it's, like, very, like, extreme. I'm really extremely non-verbal, or extremely, like, verbal. Well, maybe no. Verbal's not the right word. Because that, like, being verbal involves talking. Which, no, like, I don't be talking like that. Again, like, unless, like, I'm close to you, like, that's when I'll be talking. Like, if I don't know you, like, bye. Like, fuck out of here, bye. Yeah, if I don't know you, then go kick rocks. I know that's mean or whatever, but sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that you, like, maybe feel offended. But I'm not sorry because I meant that. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But I'm rambling, and I don't want this to be like any longer than like 30 minutes. But yeah, that's like the story behind like the Astrofiend. And I don't know, it's just like been a release. And like I'm still like releasing, if that makes any sense. Because even now with like the lockdown songs, it still amazes me how like I think I created like 10 songs that I recorded, that I tweaked, that I edited edited into a video using fucking PowerPoint, because I'm an old school bitch, aka a broke bitch. But yeah, like using freaking PowerPoint, which takes like 20 hours to export a video. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, child. I mean, I liked it. Even though it kind of sucked, I liked it. Yeah, just like that creativity and like me like singing, me finding beats. Like I love that shit. Like I love the part of like creating and like having like an outlet. Like if I had to like describe like the Astrofiend, like it would be like an art project or an experimental artistic endeavor or experimental art project. I don't know. Yeah, I feel more comfortable saying that it's that than like saying that it's other things, cause I mean it bothers me, but it also at the same time like doesn't bother me that like I'm not as disciplined with it, because again like I'm Sagittarian in nature, and like my Mars is conjunct Saturn. So like me like doing, me like having like a system, me being disciplined, like that's a need that I have. I also have Saturn in the 6th house, which is like that sign. Like that's like the most Saturn or Saturnus. That made no sense, but I remember reading a book by Liz Green a few years ago. I think it's called Saturn is the New Devil or some shit like that. And she was saying how like, I mean I'm paraphrasing and maybe I got it wrong, I don't know. But she was saying how it's like double like Saturn. It's like double like Capricorn. It's double like when it's in the 6th house. Because you know the 6th house is all about work, it's about habits, it's about your health and all that other shit. And like I have it in the 6th house. My Saturn's in the fucking 6th house. So like yeah, like me not having discipline, like it bothers me. But at the same time it kind of excites me. By the way, my Mars is in Aquarius, which makes a lot of sense. Like that rebellious sort of spirit. And to be honest, I never thought I had a rebellious like spirit. I'm not like a well, no. You know what? That's what aging is. Or like getting more mature. You could see different facets of your like personality. But yeah, that's the origin story of the Astrofiend and how it's an ever-changing creative project. And to check out my songs, if you like them, like them. If you don't like them, yeah, I don't care. Like, if you want to leave a negative comment, I'll probably just laugh. Cause honestly, I'm not trying to put it out there because I don't want any like crazy negative comments. But like sometimes when I'm in like my blog and I occasionally check the comments, But people be sending like paragraphs on paragraphs, either agreeing with what I'm saying or hating it and saying, oh, this person must hate you, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay. And I just laugh at them, like, really? It's that serious? That's how you feel? Like, really? Who cares? Like, I wrote that for a reason. Like, lame. I mean, you could like read it and stuff like that, but if you like feel offended or hurt by it, then okay. And which sounds so savage. I'm not savage. That ain't me. That's not my personality. I'm not savage. My Venus and Pisces won't ever let me be, even if I wanted to. Like, it's just not happening. Okay, I guess I'll talk about how I got into like astrology. I got into astrology, random but mini story. I think it was definitely before junior high, maybe before the 5th grade, like the 3rd or the 4th, one of those periods. But it was not like after the 6th grade. I was like a little kid, so I was scared easily. But anyway, like, I snuck into my sister's book collection, and I saw this book titled Star Signs by who? Anyone who's listened to this should know who this is by. Linda fucking Goodman. Respect. Respect to my fellow Aries. But yeah, I was like looking, and I was reading. I was like, what the fuck? I was scared as shit. I was scared, but I was interested because I like metaphysical like topics about ghosts and spirits and all that other shit. Like, I love that shit. But you know, I was a fucking kid, so I was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? I was scared, but in a good way. Like, it freaked me out, but it also, like, I was like, oh, this is fucking interesting. Yeah, and I was reading it about her time in like Colorado, and about like the ghost that was living in her house, and her house is like fucking haunted and all that other shit. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so interesting. I don't remember if she mentioned anything about astrology, or I probably was like reading about astrology too, but like that wasn't my main focus. Like I was exposed to Linda Goodman before I knew who she was. And that aside, when I got to high school, that's when like my interest started peaking, but it was more like a casual sort of thing. Like you know, like sun signs, like stuff like that. Not horoscopes, by the way, sun signs. Like, to be honest, I've never been interested in horoscopes. Like, I could give two shits. Like, no. Like, I like the signs, and like learning about the signs, which makes me want to learn about the planets, which makes me want to do my natal chart. And it was just like very like interesting. And to bring things into full circle, my first ever astrology book that I owned for my own self was a gift of sun signs by Linda fucking Goodman. Fucking full circle. Which is like amazing. And random, but I don't think my sister knew that I snuck and read that book and put it back. So it was like some like, I don't know, some mystical like centricity, coincidence, I don't know, serendipity. Okay, I pronounced that wrong, but whatever. Full circle. It's like, this is really interesting. I really want to get into it. And then when I was in college, that's when my mind really expanded. Which is like kind of now why like I kind of stray away from like doing like astrology like blog posts about like, oh, like about teaching others how to do astrology. Like right now, I'm not interested in that. Like, one, is tedious. It's a tedious process. It's long and boring. And honestly, I did that before. Like, when I was writing for like hub pages, when I started 7 years ago, like, I did all of that. Like, I literally did like the planets. I don't think I stopped at the outer planets. I don't remember, but I literally like wrote all these fucking posts, random. But I have like 74 articles, and I think I'll be adding screenshots to this video if I feel like it, because then I have to edit all this in PowerPoint, which is so fucking annoying. It literally takes like a full day. I'm not even joking. Like a fucking full day for my podcast. Well, to turn it into a video, to convert it into a video. But I don't know. That's besides the point. But yeah. And I was cranking out those articles while being a broke ass. Not much has changed. But yeah. And yeah, again, that's why like I'm trying to navigate like the space that I'm in, because I also like, my interest goes in and out on like doing natal charts and like reading natal charts. It literally goes in and out. Like, sometimes I want to do it and put like it out there, but other times I don't, because I would say that like with astrology, like pretty much with astrology, you're not only learning from like ancient like cultures and systems, but you're basing your knowledge off of someone else's opinion, which is not necessarily a good thing, because it could affect you like not spiritually, but like mentally. And I don't know, like, say you have like, I don't know, Venus and Virgo. If you don't act like a Venus and Virgo, then you may feel like ashamed about it and feel like something's wrong with you. But at the same time, like, it could reinforce certain traits. I don't know. I just feel that like, I don't know. Maybe it could be ethical, unethical. I don't know. I don't know. I just sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I don't feel comfortable like doing that, because someone takes your words like literally, and you don't want to say like the wrong things or like make someone like feel like a way, or like feels shamed about something and they're not living up to something. And I don't know if I feel comfortable in like doing that, if that makes any sense. And like, also like, I need to like do like more like astrology. I need to get my like learning game up, because you're learning something new every fucking day. So I don't know. I'm just gonna put that on the shelf and sometimes look at it, and then sometimes let it collect dust. But yeah, it's almost 30 minutes. I'm probably gonna do another podcast, because again, I'm in that like creative binge mode, that creative productive binge mode, not just any mode. But yeah, that's how I got into astrology. This is part 2, and I'm probably gonna do something else. Hopefully I'm not rambling. I mean, of course I'm gonna be rambling. I'm always fucking rambling. Honestly, in real life, I'm not a rambler, but I'm rambling here. Anyways, I hope you enjoy, and hopefully the sound like isn't fucked up, because I'm recording this on my phone, and I have my white noise on, which I fucking love. I love fucking white noises. Like, it's the best thing ever. Like, you don't have to smoke weed. All you need to do is just like have white noise. Okay, bye.